First and foremost, I want to thank you for the compliment. As a matter of fact, I did just start a channel called Voiceovers by Renz. That's on YouTube. And I've thus only published one video, but depending upon when you're looking at this, there may be a lot more videos posted there. So thank you very much for the compliment. But your question is an excellent question. It's a question that I have debated amongst other men and women quite a few times. And that is, what is the difference between fine and beautiful? And you're asking my opinion, so others may disagree. Now, on the base level, when a man says, or at least when you're having a conversation with me, when a man says that woman is fine, we are merely talking about from the neck down, the neck down. Because as you know, you can see many, and most men will agree with me, you will see many women who have a rocking body. I mean, everything is symmetrical, everything is nice, and based on what you like, whether it's more of an athletic look, if it's a curvy look, as if it's a big, beautiful look, whatever the look is that a man likes, when he says that a woman is fine, 99% of the time, we're just talking about from the neck down. That's it. We're not talking about the face at all. The face has absolutely nothing to do with it. So we're merely just looking at the woman from a physical standpoint based on whatever our likings are. But it is certainly just talking about the neck down. Now, there are a lot of men who will say a woman is fine, and they'll be talking about the neck, everything, the full composite of the woman. But in general, we're just talking about the body, just the body. Now, when we say that a woman is beautiful, that's different. And this is the one that has many more layers than saying that a woman is fine. When we say that a woman is beautiful, generally we're talking about from the neck up, just the neck up. So you can see a woman and she may not have the body type that you like, may not have the body frame that's, gets your motor running, but she has a beautiful face. It's one of those, and this is going to sound a little childish, but it's one of those situations where you'll see a man say, oh, she has a beautiful face. But if she would only just lose this weight, or if she would only just gain this weight, or if she could get more breast or get more booty or something like that. We're only talking about the neck up, because there are many women that are beautiful in the face, but the body just don't match. And so, and as a former personal trainer, this is one thing that that I've kind of become more accustomed to as well, because I'll see a woman like the other night, matter of fact, last Saturday night, me and my wife was out at Cigar International for an event, and there was this one young lady who was walking around in beautiful face, but the body just wasn't my type. Other men type, great, not my type. So I said, she's a beautiful woman, but I was only talking about from the neck up. There were other women there who I was like, she's fine. I'm talking about the neck down. Now, a beautiful woman, also, when we see a woman who is great face, great body, she's beautiful. But that term, there's a difference when we say, oh, a woman who has a great face and great body, and we say she's fine, then she's like, and just to put a number on it, she might be a 7. Might be a 7. But if she's more of a 9, 10, and we say she's beautiful, we're talking about she is on the upper end, upper echelon. She's beyond fine. She is, supermodel. Amazing. Love to see you walking down the beach with a bikini on, with the ocean waters behind you, the wild Mustangs in the background, and the ocean just down in Aruba somewhere. She's beautiful. But the best ones is when you see a woman and you meet her, you get to know her, you find out about her character, you find out about her personality, you see what kind of heart she has, you see what her intelligence level, how she carries herself, you see her in her femininity. It doesn't matter what she looks like. all of a sudden, she's beautiful. A woman that gives you peace, a woman that is supportive, a woman that is not trying to emasculate you or not trying to be your mother or control you. She could be a 5, 6, 7, 8. She's beautiful because that inner part of her makes her more beautiful than the outside. It's in the same way that when you see this woman and she has a gorgeous face, she has a rocking body, but her personality is horrible. She's insecure. She's controlling. She's loud. She's overly opinionated. She's showing more masculinity than femininity. All of a sudden, that 8, 9, 10 just got reduced down to a 5, 6. And I've seen plenty of them where that initial attraction from across the room, you look at her and you think, oh, wow, that's a beautiful woman and she's fine. And then you start to have a conversation with her. And the more and the more and the more she talks, she drops. She's no longer a 9. Now she's a 7. She keeps talking. Now she's a 6. She carries herself in such a way that is displeasing and overly masculine. Yeah. Now she's a 4. So the terms, if a woman is fine, if a woman is beautiful, it has many layers to it. There is the initial thought process when you just see someone, but everything changes as you get to know someone. This is why you see those situations where you see a man who you would think he would be with a certain type of woman, but he's not with that woman. He's with a woman that you generally wouldn't see him with. And the reason why is because she's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman that starts on the inside and not on the outside. And that's what most people in our society miss out on. We see the exterior, the outward portion of the person, but we then ignore the personality. We ignore the character. We ignore their masculinity or femininity, and we still hold them up on that pedestal. Yet their score has gone down drastically, and their score continues to go down. I remember this one time. I was about to be finished, but let me tell you this little story. When I got divorced, and the first time I got divorced, it was the first time. Okay, so when I got divorced at 36, 37 years old, I had never dated as an adult, so I didn't know the rules. But I remember meeting this one young lady for a coffee date, and online, she was a beautiful woman. Online, she had a great body. And then when we met, the more and more we talked, just as myself was in the Marine Corps, she was in the Marine Corps, so we had some commonality there. But I can see that she developed a lot of the overly masculine personalities of the Marine Corps. I also saw that as a woman in Atlanta, she had more of the loudness to her, more of the aggressiveness that was masculine, not a nice feminine aggressiveness. And then, as with a lot of women in Atlanta, the name dropping started, which irritates the shit out of me. The name dropping started. And then it was, I used to be a Jet Magazine Beauty of the Week, and I did, 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 and my job, and I'm this, and I'm that, and all this stuff. And the more and more she talked, she went from being an 8 to about a 5. And I will say, that was the last time we had any communication, because I completely ghosted her right after that. Well, not completely. I did tell her why I was ghosting her, and then I completely ghosted her because her personality, her attitude was just not attractive to me. And in response to my comment to her, I remember she told me, you're just not ready to date yet. No, I just didn't want to date you. But that will be my answer. What do you guys think? And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.